Won and who faltered. We have expert analysis tonight.
Try to join us now is Pepperdine Associate Professor of Public Policy, Dr. Michael Shires. Mike, thank you so much for being here. So first of all, who's the big winner and who faltered a bit tonight?
Well, I think everybody did better than they've done in any of the other debates. Clearly, Ted Cruz and Donald Trump had the center stage. Both of them were aggressive. I think they still remain the front runners. They kept their position. Bush and Christie had to unseat Rubio as the established candidate.
Yeah, for sure.
Candidate. They didn't do it. I think Rubio held on, especially in that last exchange towards the end of the debate where he was able to thrust himself between Cruz and Trump.
Yeah, let's talk about Cruz and Trump for a bit, because we have a soundbite here that talks a little bit about Cruz's citizenship.
I'm glad we are focusing on the important topics of the evening. Since September, the Constitution hasn't changed. But the poll numbers have. Some of the more extreme ones insist that you must not only be born on U.S. soil, but have two parents born on U.S. soil. Under that theory, not only would I be disqualified, Marco Rubio would be disqualified, Bobby Jindal would be disqualified, and interestingly enough, Donald J. Trump would be disqualified. Because Donald's mother was born in Scotland, she was naturalized. Now, Donald,
but I was born here.
On the issue of citizenship, Donald.
Big difference.
Did Cruz win that argument?
He did. I mean, he made his point. He's a natural-born U.S. citizen, and that really isn't a question. Trump admitted it over the summer. He got to make that point as well. There was a comment later on, though, where Trump got back, the comment about New York liberalism, where I think Donald Trump really scored some points. It was really a wash between these two. You just saw the give and take, and that was part of the fun drama of the whole event. I mean, I haven't laughed that much in a debate in a long time.
You're right. The candidates did find some common ground on a key issue with the Republican-based gun control. Take a listen.
Well, I guess we got just a second.
Are there any circumstances that you think we should be limiting gun sales of any kind in America?
No. I am a Second Amendment person. If we had guns in California on the other side, where the bullets went in the different direction, you wouldn't have 14 or 15 people dead right now.
The Second Amendment is not an option. It is not a suggestion. It is a constitutional right of every American to be able to protect themselves and their families. I am convinced that if this president could confiscate every gun in America, he would.
The next president's going to get 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 Supreme Court justices. The court will rule that not a single person in this room has any right under the Second Amendment, and the government could confiscate your guns.
So they're kind of all saying the same tune there.
Well, there were a lot of issues around that. Most of them reflect kind of the mirror image of the State of the Union address earlier this week. You know, gun control, ISIS, the economy. Things are not all well in paradise, and that was one of the unifying themes, both against the administration and against Hillary Clinton. I mean, there was a real sense of consensus that all of us on the stage are better candidates than she will be, because we understand the things that Americans are afraid of more.
Let's talk about the format tonight, because in other debates that kind of became a story, but in this it really wasn't. It really was quite entertaining, and it seemed to me that the candidates had a chance to really kind of get to the issues.
They really did. I mean, the anchors brought to the table the issues that are in the advertisements and the campaigns. We're coming up on the caucuses and the primary, so guess what? Everything's getting really intense and really pointed. The anchors did a great job of bringing those questions to the table, and the candidates had some really great, lively exchanges on substantive policy issues, which is something you don't always get to see in these debates.
Do we have another soundbite? Yeah, okay, yeah. In fact, they were talking about immigration. Listen to this, and I'm talking to a few people who watched tonight. It was the first time they really, really enjoyed the debate and got something out of it. Listen to this.
Ted Cruz, you used to say you supported doubling the number of green cards. Now you say that you're against it. You used to support a 500% increase in the number of guest workers. Now you say that you're against it. You used to support legalizing people that were here illegally. Now you say you're against it. You used to say that you were in favor of birthright citizenship. Now you say that you are against it. Every single time that there has been a defense bill in the Senate, 3 people team up to vote against it. Bernie Sanders, Rand Paul, and Ted Cruz.
Let's start with immigration and have a little bit of clarity. Marco stood with Chuck Schumer and Barack Obama on amnesty. I stood with Jeff Sessions and Steve King. Marco stood today, standing on this stage. Marco supports legalization and citizenship for 12 million illegals. I opposed and oppose legalization and citizenship. And by the way, the attack he keeps throwing out on the military budget, Marco knows full well I voted for his amendment to increase military spending to $697 billion. What he said, and he said it in the last debate, it's simply not true.
Wow. Who do you think won that one?
Well, you know, I think it was a draw, but Rubio actually kind of won there because he got himself back in the debate between Cruz and Trump. Up until that point, it was the Cruz and Trump show with everybody else just trying to insert themselves. At that point, he became the focal point of the debate. So I think that's really where he came back into this race. We've still got 2.5 weeks before this really comes to a head. Yeah. So I expect to see a lot more intensity over the next couple of weeks.
Is there anybody that's going to have to abandon their campaign as a result of this or lose a little bit as a result? It didn't seem like Jeb Bush had a very good performance.
You know, it was his best performance to date. And he was actually strong. There were a lot of issues where they got to talk about immigration,
but was
taxes.
it good enough to keep him going?
It was good enough, I think, if it had happened in the first debate that way.
Yeah.
At this point, everybody's in through the caucuses and through New Hampshire. I think if they show poorly in those two races, you will see more of these candidates. I'm thinking of Kasich and Carson possibly are going to kind of fall off at least this stage into the secondary debate and maybe out of the campaign entirely.
Oh, we will see. Dr. Michael Shires, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Well, campaign 2016 just getting started. Stay with KCAL 9 News throughout the race to the White House. You can also get the latest on KCAL9.com.